back again with another video. Anyways, it's a One Piece takes, man. One Piece talk. Let's get it, man. Let's go, go, go. No.
Wix gives. If you hate ads, are chronically online, and love free shit, you need to download Pi. This is Pi. It's a free.
Next episode of the One Piece anime is going to be showing us Akainu versus Kuma, so I figured I'd give you guys my thoughts on what happened in the manga, just in case there are some changes the anime makes. I want to give my assessment. First things first though, if you enjoy the content on the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video. So make sure you never miss an upload and always catch the newest content. Also, shout out to the members, Prophet, who's been holding it down.
Yo, what's good, Sleepy Bean Peace 10K? Hello, Sean. How you today? I'm chilling, man. It's pretty chill, man. I'm just ready to some One Piece takes, man. One Piece talk. That's what I'm doing today, man. This will be talking One Piece, talking theories, power scaling, the story, the anime, the manga. Just talking One Piece, man. It's like a chill stream today. Chill stream. You know, a chill stream. We can talk about whatever, man. We can talk about whatever.
For 2 months now, and the new member, Adam. So, this is a short encounter.
My mentor, All Father Silver. I mean, yeah, bro. Yo. All Father Silver, he be having some banger videos, man. Yeah, he be having all type of good videos, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I reacted to a lot of his videos. Like, a lot of his videos. I was just thinking, what would a fourth form of hockey be? That is pretty tough, though. Like, a fourth type of hockey? Because we already got... we already got all type of abilities with just the 3 forms of hockey. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough to try conjure. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I'm just doing what it do, man. I'm just doing what it do. Talking One Piece and anime in general. But yeah, I don't know, the fourth form of hockey. I mean, you could say the breath of all things, but that is really it ties in with observation hockey though. I don't know. Fun fact: he's the one that helped me get caught up in One Piece. Oh, for real? Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you all caught up with the manga and anime? So you caught up with the manga and anime? I'm gonna go rewatch Skypiea later. Skypiea. Because Skypiea ties in with, the future arcs. Like, Joy Boy, Tanganyika, like this type of stuff. Yeah, man. Skypiea. You gotta remember, the Skypieans praise Tanganyika as well. Just like the Elbaf Warriors.
But it is very important for things to come. I think there's a lot of foreshadowing potentially embedded into this interaction. So of course we see that Kuma basically ended up in the Holy Land because he was trying to get to Bonnie, but he couldn't get over the red line, so he had to climb to the top of the Holy Land to then propel himself forward again so he can get to the island that Bonnie is on, which is of course Egghead. So he climbs up there, he's apprehended by these soldiers, and they say they can't stop him, he's unstoppable, they got chains around him, and then Kuma eventually uses Ursa's shock and just blows them all away. Now here's where Akainu shows up. He shows up when the dust settles. Looks really awesome. I was really hoping that the anime would make this really sick. We'll have to see if they do. preview. I don't know if I'm 100% sold, but he is emerging through the smoke. He says, "What do you think you're doing? First the revolutionaries the other day, and now this." Of course, he's referencing Sabo's invasion. He says, "You must answer for this historic destruction." Now at this point, we see these soldiers got pretty roughed up, and one of them says, "Fleet Admiral Sakazuki." Now it's unclear if this is the same guy in the next panel, but one of the other soldiers gets stepped on by a Celestial Dragon, just talking about how these Celestial Dragons don't even see anybody else as humans or on their level. They just stepped on this guy and says, "These soldiers are worthless. I kind of have, the last night I ordered the lobster and they had the gall to tell me they were out." So of course they've never had these issues before, but Sabo and the Revs destroyed a big portion of the food supply. It's not as dire as these guys make it out to be. As they say, this has never happened before. What's become of the food supply? Like acting as if they're really going without, they're just going without certain special items. But then he changes his tune and says, "That's not the most important thing though right now. I've been brutally injured just now. Hurry up and put that tyrant slave Kuma to death." Obviously this guy wasn't brutally injured. He's fine.
Yo, I remember this too. That's crazy that Kuma faced off against Akainu, bro. That's crazy though. Like, he actually faced off against Akainu and survived. Kuma is him for real. He's him. And we seen Kuma come to Egghead. And he literally punched a whole elder in the face, bro, and did damage. Like, Kuma low key, you know what's crazy? Kuma never really be talked about in power scaling or really be talked about a lot. Like, even before Egghead, he was never really talked about like that before Egghead. The only reason Kuma is really talked about more now, a bit more, is because his backstory shown in Egghead, and the whole connection to Sanganika and Bonnie and Saturn. You know what I mean? But Kuma he rarely was talked about for real. Even after it was shown that Kuma was the one who was protecting the Sunny for those 2 years, he was barely talked about. How those 2 years he kept protecting the Sunny and fighting whoever tried to get it. Like, that's crazy, bro. And by the time he was done, he was all damaged and broken down after those 2 years, bro. That's crazy.
Akainu just ignores these people, and I think that this is important because at no point throughout this entire interaction where the Celestial Dragons are watching the entire time does Akainu ever address them. He never even makes note of them. Okay? You see Akainu staring down Kuma, and he says, "Listen up, Kuma. If we can't maintain control of you, then we certainly cannot afford to have you on the loose where you can be a danger to the public. You lost your free will long ago, I'm told. So if you're no different from a dead man, then where do you think you're going?" He yells and then lunges forward with Hellhound. Of course, this is the same attack that he took off Half-Wipered's face with. Here we saw that Kuma was directly standing in front of him. He was off the knee at this point, and it looks as if Kuma slightly reacted, but reacted too late. So Akainu lunged forward. He landed on Kuma, but it wasn't 100% clean. It looks like Kuma moved his head at the last second. It's very reminiscent of when Luffy got hit by Kaido's Bagua, where it's like Luffy used Future Sight. Obviously, he just got one shot in Gear 4 by the same Bagua. This time, he tried avoiding it, but he still got hit. This is similar, where it's like Kuma tries dodging it, but he still gets hit by a lot of force, and you see that he starts bleeding profusely. Now, initially, when we first saw this, a lot of people thought it also took half of his face off, but it didn't seem to be the case when Kuma showed up in Egghead. It just looks like he got his right eye really severely damaged. There's cracks throughout his whole.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy. You know, saying that, like, those Akainu fans, low-key was saying that he burned the face off of Kuma the same way he did against Oldbeard. But come to find out, bro, Kuma put up an Egghead, and his face wasn't gone. A piece of his face wasn't gone. So it's like Kuma took a direct attack, a direct magma attack to the face, but it only burned off like a piece of his cybernetic eye. Like, it only damaged like the right side of his eye a little bit, his face. So it didn't do like crazy damage. But that's crazy though. Kuma of his power level faced off against Akainu and still got away. I mean, I get it. I get Kuma's a Buccaneer as well. You know, they have the big tough bodies, but still though, like Kuma got away against Akainu in a 1v1. Hold on. In a 1v1, Kuma was fighting Akainu and got away. So, come on now. What's up, Just the L? It's good. Kuma a real one? Facts. Why do I feel like Whitebeard's a Buccaneer like Kuma is? I mean, that has been a theory. And ever since Kuma was revealed to be a Buccaneer, people always thought that Whitebeard was a Buccaneer as well. I mean, I get it, but I just think Whitebeard is like one of those peak examples of a human becoming a top tier of the verse itself. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, cause we seen Kid Whitebeard, but he went from being a regular human to being the quote unquote strongest man in the world, one of the most powerful beings in his prime. So I don't think Whitebeard is a Buccaneer per se. I just think he one of those peak examples of a regular human becoming a top tier. You know what I mean? Nice endurance, durability, free for Kuma. That's what I'm saying, bro. Kuma is underrated for real. Kuma can't even stand a chance against him. He'll destroy everything. Oh, we got a kind of glazing. Like Kuma get destroyed by a kind of. Bro, we see a kind of versus Kuma in a 1v1. No interaction, no nothing. It was a 1v1, and I kind of didn't beat him. Hey, bro, Jester L, bro, Jester. I kind of was fighting Kuma in a 1v1. There was nobody else around, bro. No other legit character around. And he didn't beat Kuma. He didn't beat Kuma, bro. He didn't beat Kuma. So what does that say about Akainu? Come on now. What does that say about Fleet Armor Akainu? Akainu can one-shot Kuma? But he didn't, though. He literally fought Kuma and didn't one-shot him. On low key, he just being biased though. He being biased. He biased to Akainu, bro. He did though. He did. What? Akainu just chilling. It's going out. The head cannon, bro. The head cannon.
Whole face, and the rest is kind of murky to see. Regardless, Kuma takes a lot of damage. He starts bleeding a lot, and Akainu says, "Well, at least you bleed like a man." Now at this point, Akainu had landed behind Kuma after lunging forward with the Hellhound, which gave Kuma the opportunity to just start sprinting away from Akainu. Obviously, Kuma has no intention of fighting Akainu. We don't actually know the intricate details of what's truly going on within his brain, but we know that it has something to do with the Buccaneer power correlating to love. He has one objective in mind, and that's saving Bonnie, getting to his daughter, so that's his only programming at the moment. He's not thinking about fighting. Obviously, he has some survival instinct to try to dodge these attacks and get away from this kind of conflict. He didn't try to use an Ursa shock on Akainu. But he starts sprinting away, and Akainu uses another magma-style attack. It looks like almost like a lava plume, where it just coats the ground. And again here, it initially looked as if Kuma was potentially losing his leg here. That was not the case. He slapped himself with his pad cannons and darted away instantly. Now, in this moment, it's important to note that, of course, Akainu has no idea what to expect from this Kuma. He has no idea why he's in the hole, and he has no idea what his objective is. He's plagued with curiosity in this moment from the start. When he says, "Where do you think you're going? What are you doing?" And he goes on the initiative like this is going to be a full-scale attack and full-scale fight. That doesn't end up being the case, and obviously Kuma escapes, but this isn't really like a knock on Sakazuki in any capacity. He did a ton of damage to him in a glancing blow, and the guy used his pad cannon to get away.
Yo, see? And that, I'm telling you, bro. People love slandering. People love to slander Katakuri for landing all those attacks on Luffy and Luffy not being knocked out. but it really shows that Luffy has the great endurance and durability. Same thing for here, for Kuma. Kuma endured the damage from Akainu and still got away. How did Akainu not beat Kuma? Come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying. Soft mind forgiveness. Why do people glaze Akainu so much? I mean, people glaze Akainu so much because, like, the main thing is why people glaze Akainu is because that fight against Kuzan, that's one. That 5 bill bounty from Cross Guild, and the fact that he's Fleet Admiral. Those are the top 3 things. No. The top 3 is really the Kuzan fight, the Old Bear fight, and the 5 bill bounty from Cross Guild. Those are the top 3 things why people glaze Akainu. The top 3, bro. But like, Justin L is low key. He low key being biased. I'm not gonna lie. He low key being biased towards Akainu for everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Akainu never beat Oldbeard, by the way. He never beat Whitebeard. Just saying, like, Akainu had never beat Whitebeard.
The important thing about this, though, is what Akainu does after this. He stands there in silence for a second, and he thinks back to the moment when he captured Bonnie when Blackbeard had her. And, of course, back then, he made a statement where he said, "A cold shiver ran through me when I heard you ran away from the government, but it's all over now." And Bonnie said, "You will pay for this." Now, we almost get something of a continuation of that scene here, as it seems like she was saying Kuma would come get her, Kuma would come protect her, because Akainu seems to reply to her saying, "Bark all you like, but Kuma's mind will not return to him. He volunteered to be reborn as a weapon of war." Bonnie then screams back, "Liar, he would never choose to do such a thing. He would never leave me behind." This moment is important because it reinforces that curiosity that Akainu has within his mind about Kuma and this whole situation. Obviously, the point of this flashback being shown is that Akainu's thinking of this in this moment. He's thinking of, damn, is he really going to save his daughter? Is he really going to protect his daughter? Was she actually right back then? At that moment, the Celestial Dragons say, "Hey, where did Kuma go? You let him escape, some fleet admiral you are." And Akainu, again, has no acknowledgement of the Celestial Dragons, doesn't reply to them, doesn't even look their direction. He simply says to himself, "Where would you go? A mere puppet with no mind or will left." I think that this is super important because a lot of people thought that that was kind of a representation of Akainu's stature right now, as he is effectively a puppet of the world government without really knowing the truth. There is a moment with the Gorosei where he did seem surprised that they had orders from above even them, but he didn't really react to this in any way. So it's unclear if he knows that there is an entity above or if he knows about Eam specifically. Doesn't seem like he does from that dialogue. All these things are going to be extremely interesting to see play out because Akainu is obviously very resolute in his form of justice. If he does not align with Eam and he does not align with lying to the public and doesn't think that they're representing his justice, he may very well turn against the government in the end. I have a whole video.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Akainu wants justice. Like, he wants to take down the quote unquote the bad guys or the pirates. Like, he wants justice, right? But a lot of times the way he go about it is really more of a villain like way of having justice. Like, we seen it back then in Ohara. He killed those innocent people as well. It was him both trying to get away from Ohara. He killed them. He said to make sure that nobody escaped. Hey, bruh. Akainu killed innocent soldiers during Marineford because they couldn't handle the aspect of the war. He killed innocent soldiers on his side. His subordinates that he killed, bro. He killed his own subordinates. Akainu almost killed Kobe, bro. He tried to kill Kobe. Like, what? He tried to kill Kobe right in front of Garp as well. It's like Akainu is I don't know, he's like an anti-hero for real. He's not really an actual justice type of guy. Like Fuji is a legit justice. He's all about the legit justice of saving lives. And and just beating the evil in the world instead of just killing people, bro. Like what? Like what, bro? Akainu is really he not a complete he not a good guy. Like he's not a complete good guy. Like Luffy is way more of a good guy than Akainu. And Luffy's a Yonko, a whole pirate, bro. Luffy has done more good than Akainu has ever done. Like, come on now. This is like, come on now. Luffy has done way more good in the world, way more than Akainu has done. And I kind of look at Luffy as just another evil pirate, another bad pirate, another tyrant.
Video dedicated to that on the channel you can check out here. But also I think that Kuma is a very underrated character in terms of how strong he is. We haven't really got to see him in a proper fight, and this obviously isn't one either. But don't forget, he was able to catch up to Aurelia and Kizaru's fight. He's extremely fast when he uses the pad cannons, and they built the entire pacifista system around him. So I hope one day we do get to see him in a proper fight. That being said, I don't think he stands any lick of a chance against Akainu in any capacity anyway. Obviously, even the glancing strike that Kuma desperately tried to get out of the way of still massively impacted him. Bleeding profusely, you get to see shots of him later, he's all messed up. I think Akainu low diffs this guy, obviously. Akainu's the strongest in the verse, in my opinion. I'm sure you guys know if you guys watch my live streams.
No. That's crazy. They're kind of not the strongest in a verse, bro. Like, what? What? I kind of not the strongest in a verse. Why people keep saying that? I kind of not the strongest in a verse. He's not the strongest, bro. How he the strongest in a verse when it's Emu, the Elders, and you got Luffy, Shanks. Like, come on, man. Like, what? How you the strongest in a verse? Come on now. And you got Garp. Yeah, and people had Sengoku. Yeah, people like Blackbeard. Like, come on now. He not just the strongest in a verse, bro. Let's be for real.
Scale in One Piece. Perhaps I'll do a top 10 on the channel, but don't let anybody tell you that this disparages Akainu in any way. It's not really even for power scaling reasons. This is just like for sake of narrative. Pushing things for Akainu later on, pushing things for Kuma, showing us the determination of a buccaneer fighting for love, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the One Piece episode this week, and we'll see what they do. I'm interested to see if any changes are made in the anime, and we got a ton of hype coming with the Kizaru Luffy fight as well. If you want a refresher on that, check out the Kizaru Luffy full fight analysis on the page. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
With Geico, we can.
We know Akainu. Next episode is we're gonna see it, bro. We're gonna see the Akainu versus Kuma. We're gonna see that Akainu versus Kuma, bro. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
Can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, just like that breakfast burrito.
There isn't too much.
After 20 years.
We're gonna really see Akainu, bro. I want to see how the anime is really gonna show it as well. Where's that charger? I'm going with some Akainu. Oh, this Akainu glaze is crazy. One Piece power scales are on crack. We should ask for this. There's no power scale in his narrative writing, yes. I kind of didn't fight Kuma. Kind of negative Kuma. Bruh, he didn't though. Y'all keep saying that I kind of would've, could've. But he didn't though. He faced up against Kuma, and he did it though. Like, he let Kuma get away. Like, Kuma got away in the fight. How can you let Kuma get away, bro? Come on now. Like, Kuma got away. That's the thing. All this Akainu glaze is crazy, bro. In concept, we see Akainu had Kuma right there, but he's the type of person to get away. I mean, it's part of Kuma's arsenal, bro. That's one of Kuma's abilities. And Akainu should know that, right? Akainu knew he known about Kuma for years now. So it's like you gotta remember Kuma was one of the warlords. The warlord was connected to the world government. So Akainu known about Kuma, his abilities for years now. So like he's still gonna beat Kuma. Jester, you're really the type of person to say Akainu beats Goku easily. That's crazy. Yo, Akainu would get low diff by Goku, bro. Well, Akainu would lose to Tien, bro. He would lose to Tien. That'd be for real. Like Akainu said a no chance in Dragon Ball. Like Akainu would lose to freaking bro. It's so funny that he'll lose to Krillin. Like what? Kuma is hella overrated in terms of scaling. Kuma not overrated. He's not overrated. Like what? Yeah, Akainu is not beating Kaido. Akainu is not beating. He's not beating Kaido. Like Big Mom beats Akainu. Shanks beats Akainu. Luffy beats Akainu. Arguably, Blackbeard beats Akainu as well. Arguably. And you got Garp beat Akainu. Arguably Sengoku. Like, it's a lot of characters who could beat Akainu. I mean, he got away, though. In a 1v1, he faced off against Akainu. And then Akuma got away. He teleported away. Like, that's what literally happened, bro. Get kind of past the devil, brother. That's crazy. Bro, this is Glaze, bro. Like, when did this become a kind of Glaze stream? Like, what? Yo, could be everywhere you happen. See, Jester is biased. It's simple that Jester is biased, bro. Jester is biased. He just biased, bro. He just biased. He probably kind of probably his favorite character. He just biased, bro. He just biased to Kainu. He's just biased, bro. Luffy only be Kaido because of plot armor. Here we go. They didn't. In the plot armor, we seen in the plot armor him beating Kaido. Bro, Kaido has beaten Luffy multiple times, but he didn't finish Luffy off though for good. That's the thing. Luffy said himself that as long as he's alive, he has infinite chances to win. That's how Luffy goes at everything. He don't care if he actually lose the fight. As long as he's alive, he has infinite chances. So it's Kaido's fault that he didn't kill off Luffy. And Luffy kept coming back for more and more and more to where Luffy win Gear 5 and end up beating Kaido. Kaido need more feel. I'm saying Kaido, he's armor level, bro. He's armor level. Akaido's so strong that One Piece and one Akainu beats Big Mom. A Big Mom would be Akainu. Big Mom would be Akainu, bro. He would be Akainu. Like Big Mom would be Akainu. Nah, just is it Big Mom clears the hockey. She clears the hockey. It is no. Akainu made it the dub for he don't have the hockey. Right, that's Akainu though. Akainu is the person to where he's just straightforward. He ain't that person to go on adventures like Luffy. Like Luffy's goal is to find a One Piece and be Pirate King. But think about it, he said himself that he wants to have the adventures and the journeys towards his goal. He not just going straight forward to the goal of going each island for poneglyphs. Like Luffy wants the adventures and the trips. and his goal. I kind of the type of person to where he'll be just locked in on straight to the One Piece. That's it. No type of goals and friends and anything like. Of course. That's crazy. Akainu is weaker than Prime Guard. Big Mom can beat Kizaru as well. Big Mom beats any Admiral. Any Admiral level guy, she's beat. Yeah, Big Mom will beat Akainu, man. All African defeat, y'all. See what I'm saying? He just glazing, bro. He's just glazing. Like Greenville got, bro. He backed down to Shanks when Shanks Hockey got him. Like, come on now. He can't beat Kaido. Like, no Admiral could beat Kaido. No Admiral level guy could beat Kaido. Like, Kaido, like, is top tier of the top tiers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shanks pulled up. And he pulled up to Marineford and challenged everybody. And nobody wants to contest him. Nobody chose to fight him. Akainu was right there. Kuzo was right there. Sengoku was right there. Kizaru was right there. But nobody challenged Shanks when Shanks challenged everybody in that war. No, that's the thing though. Yako and Admiral level is not the same though. Like people love using being able to fight against them as the same tier, but it's not. The Yako level is just a different tier because it's a big difference in power. It's a difference in power. Like they're relative. The Yakos are relative. Like being relative doesn't mean the same tier. That's the thing. Being relative doesn't mean the same tier. That's a big difference that people love using. Like being relative is not the same as being the same tier. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And a big part of that is the hockey. A big part of that is the hockey though. That's the thing. Because the Yonkers overall clears in hockey than the Admirals.
Is we finally get confirmation of something we've been talking about on the channel for a long time, which is that Hiruluk saw Sebek sacrifice himself with a smile at God Valley. We'll break down exactly why we know this is the case, but it also sheds light on the idea that Garp and Sebek had a significant relationship, and Blackbeard might use Pudding to unlock a frozen Garp's memories in order to reveal this to the reader. This week's One Piece chapter 1145 gave us something rare and loaded with narrative weight, a scene featuring both Rox D. Sebek and Prince Loki. Given how little we've seen of Rox across the entire series, any appearance is pretty significant. There's a cool moment that reflects Whitebeard and Blackbeard's initial interaction saying, "I didn't come all this way to take in a brat like you." But what really stands out here is the chapter number itself, 1145. It's a subtle but powerful callback to chapter 145, the iconic Drum Island moment where Dr. Hiruluk sacrifices himself. Hiruluk was in the West Blue during the same year as the God Valley incident, which is also in the West Blue. At the time, he was a thief, but after witnessing some unknown event, Hiruluk changed his ways. Additionally, Hiruluk tells us that what he'd witnessed somehow revealed a cure for a sickness of the heart, which is shown alongside Sakura imagery. In chapter 145, Hiruluk sacrifices himself willingly in an explosion that creates the image of a large Sakura tree, suggesting what Hiruluk saw was some form of self-sacrifice, strongly highlighted by Hiruluk's speech at the time about what it means to die. With the reveal of Rox in 1145, it all but confirms what Hiruluk was discussing exactly 1000 chapters prior was Sebek at God Valley. If this is true, this tells us that Sebek sacrificed himself at the God Valley incident, contradicting the monster the world governments portrayed Sebek to be. This is further evidenced in 145 when Hiruluk says, "A monster is coming, please don't hurt him, he's my son." If you go and look back at that scene, that like the whole Chopper running towards them, and a soldier says, look, there's a monster coming, he's not human, it's a monster, blah blah blah. You can just feel the Zebek vibes when you reread it.
People love to doom scroll, and I'm sure you fall into that group. So why haven't you downloaded Polybuzz yet? It's pretty fun chatting.
Garp was saved.
For the McLaren Formula One team, a successful car starts with over 14,000 meticulously crafted parts
By someone at the God Valley incident.
Now, the God Valley incident was one of the top tiers of Royal Fighting. My favorite character is Zoro and Luffy, of course. Talk to the creator. Huh? I've been saying as Kaido. Is King more durable than Kaido? Kaido has more durability and endurance feats. That's the thing. That's the only thing. King has his Lunarian abilities of being durable. But Kaido has shown more durability showings. That's the thing. But we know King is up there. King is like right there. He's like right there up there with Kaido though. But I'm gonna lean more Kaido because he has the better showings of durability. That's the thing. And Kaido don't have no specific Lunarian abilities that makes him super durable. So I'm gonna give Kaido more points for that. So I'm gonna lean more Kaido, but it's real close though. It's close to anything. Like King, I mean, that's the thing though. King has durable mode with his Lunarian ability, but Kaido has more showings and better feats of durability. Especially when Kaido's in Dragon form or Kaido's in Hybrid form. His durability is top tier, but I'm gonna say it's real close. It's real close. It's close to anything. But I'm gonna lean more Kaido. I'm gonna lean a bit more Kaido. I'm gonna lean a bit more Kaido though. Low-key. But King he's super durable though. He's super durable. Power scaling is BS when it comes to One Piece debates. Because one guy would have a logical argument as to why the character is stronger than Kaido, and then the glaze will flood in. That's what I'm saying. Like in power scaling, there'll always be different views and different aspects of how people look at the power. Because a lot of people use narrative, aka projection power, on characters, like a dragon or Garland. Like people even use projected power on Mihawk. Like what? I just think it both have different aspects of it, different views and different narratives that people look at. Lucci can Lucci Kaido. Huh? So Lucci can't beat King, but Lucci can beat Kaido? That's crazy. So you know King is more durable than Kaido, but you lean towards Kaido because he has more shown durability feats. I don't know. I'm saying it's real close. Like King and Kaido is real close when it comes to durability. But you gotta remember, Kaido doesn't need no Lunarian specific abilities to have the durability shown. That's the thing. Like Kaido built up his durability and don't need his like Lunarian ability to be durable. Cause you gotta remember, King flames off King, he's more in speed mode than durable mode. To where he would lose to a lot of characters. Yeah, but can you remember overall durability? Because King durability relies solely on his flames on. That's the thing. Like King's durability relies solely on his flames being on. That's the thing too. Flames off, he's way less durable with the flames off. That's a big factor. Like Kaido's durability is 24/7. To where he don't need to have no flames on to be solely durable. That's a thing too. Like I'll give Kaido more points because of that. Again, that's how I lean more on Kaido. But think about it. It's not crazy at all to say King is more durable. It's not crazy at all. It's not crazy at all. It's not crazy at all though. It's not crazy because King is super durable. He can like just like the Seraphims. They're the Seraphim. They can just tank all type of attacks. And we see Esok and Kuma tank Lucci and Luffy attacks. Yeah, Kaido has more endurance as well. He has more endurance, yeah, for sure. Kaido has one of the best endurance in the verse, for sure, for sure.
It's been alluded to a few times that Roger was not engaged in their fight, but instead was doing something else, highlighted in the imagery of Garp stood alone protecting the Marines. From this we can presume it was Zebek that sacrificed himself to allow Garp to become the hero of the Marines. Okay, so in the quote above from Hiruluk in chapter 145 I mentioned Hiruluk calling Chopper his son. Does this mean Garp's is Rock's son? No. How do we know this? Well, we can examine the parallel with Hiruluk to glean a clearer image of what relationship Garp had with Zebek. A monster is coming, he's my son, please don't hurt him, is the only time that Hiruluk calls Chopper his son directly. Of course, we know he isn't actually his son because he's a reindeer, right? So there's not going to be some twist in the story where Chopper is actually Hiruluk's real child or anything like that. But there is something more to this. In previous videos linked below, this would certainly fit the idea, so it is food for thought. So there is certainly evidence strongly implying Zebek sacrificed himself at the God Valley incident to prepare.
I don't think he's that person to sacrifice himself, though. Yeah, titles are not the end or be all. Titles are not the end or be all. That's the thing. White has the best endurance, though. No, Kaido does. Kaido has the best endurance. I mean, Ober did. His endurance was crazy. The fact that he got burned, his face got burnt off, and kept fighting after that is crazy. But endurance, though, Kaido he won a whole war, constantly being damaged, and kept fighting over and over. And he didn't go down real easily either. By that logic, that would make Go Roger weak. What? Go Roger use 20% strength. Flame off is kind of compared to durability, all but flame on is about Kaiser's ability overall. And that's what I'm saying. It's real close. Like Flame's on King is real close. It's real close with Kaido. They're real close. I'm good. Hockey, I guess power parking is good. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about Roger right now? We talking about Roger and Gar? You know what I'm saying? Like, Kaido has the best endurance in a verse to this day. He had the best feats too. Bruh, but this is like the most he been glazing Akainu for like 40 minutes now. Yo, that's crazy. He been glazing Akainu for 40 minutes now. I'm not gonna lie. It's been 43 minutes of the stream. He's been glazing Akainu for 40 minutes. Yo, I never seen so much glaze for Akainu in one stream. This is crazy. Yo, this is crazy. Crazy, bro. Yo. Word there with Kaido, bro. I'm saying, like, he keep being on Kaido, like, he wants the stream to be all about Kaido or something. And I'm not gonna lie, this is why Kaido be getting downplayed. Well, not downplayed, but Kaido gets slandered because all this glaze. All this unnecessary glaze is just crazy. Because Akainu he's a top tier, but he's not beating all type of characters, bro. Sakura slams One Piece, no dead by the way. Bro, Sakura can't even beat Smoker. What? Sakura can't even beat Smoker. Like, what are we talking about? Sakura, her strongest, can't even beat Smoker. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like people with these cross verse takes of saying this character from another verse will lose or win against these type of characters in One Piece. Like, come on, man. And Suguna and Gojo together will lose to Goku Black as well. Who wins, Marco or King? Yeah, King is stronger. He would beat Marco. King would beat Marco. Bro, not even that. You said Sakura is a Goku victim? Not even that. Sakura from Dragon Ball, like Sakura would lose to Yamcha. Like she would lose to Yamcha. That'd be for real. And the way you think Akainu is beating Goku, King wins. Yeah, King is stronger than Marco. King is stronger than Marco. For sure. I'm telling you, like the cross verse power scaling, it'd be crazy sometimes. Like cross verse across with characters. You gotta remember, a lot of characters from other verses, like Naruto, they don't have the hockey to really combat against the Logias. Can't just say they did solo One Piece when there's Logias in One Piece that you need hockey for. So that's really crazy for real, man. Really crazy. Mm. King wins mid-diff. Healing will be a problem. It will be a battle of Alice and Marco stamina, which King can do. Yeah. Marco he has great stamina, but his stamina not gonna last against a King in a 1v1 direct fight. Cause King AP would overpower Marco. Cause man, King AP is so underrated with his flames, and he has magma-like flames as well, which is top. He has top tier AP to me. He could arguably beat even Green Bull. Like at full health. You see what he was doing against Zoro, bro? Those AP attacks with flames and / magma. Like, bro. And he can constantly spam it too. The thing about King, he's like a mixture of he's like a mixture of Kaido durability mixed with like sour flames with a little bit of like oven type magma type fruit. So it's like it's crazy. King is so powerful, but people love like kind of downplaying him sometimes. No, King he could arguably beat Green Bull. King, like people like Zoro and King, I see Zoro beating Green Bull and King as well. I'm not gonna lie. It's just the matchups, bro. It's just the matchups, bro. Blue Flames counter Kings. It doesn't though. You talking about Sanji Blue Flames? Like Sanji Blue Flames, yeah, remember he a close range fighter. It's not like Sanji could just spam Blue Flames all crazy wide range. You know what I mean? But I see King arguably being Green Bull. It is a matchup because King can constantly output the flames, the magma-like flames, onto Green Bull wood, bro. Green Bull is made of wood and he constantly be burned down. We seen Green Bull be burned down by Momo level of flames. And Momo is a rookie. He's a rookie of using that fruit. No, I'm just saying, like it's real debatable too. It's a matchup. It's real debatable because knowing that Green Bull is the weakest admiral, he's the weakest admiral, and we know like what Green Bull doesn't have. He's not immune to flames. He's not immune to flames at all. So like, and Jimmy Greenbow, he don't have the hockey songs at all. So that's one thing. His thing is basically all devil fruit reliant, and all the wood fruit. So his wood monster can't do nothing to King. King's more durable than Greenbow. King's more durable than Greenbow. It just King can constantly burn down Greenbow's wood body at a crazy rate. Go back to how King Flames was wide range against Zoro. Go back and look at it, bro. Like his AP is crazy powerful. This is why people don't like the One Piece fandom. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the One Piece fans, the One Piece community be crazy because of the takes. Just like other verses, like the Naruto fan base, the Dragon Ball fan base be even toxic sometimes. Like all type of fan bases be crazy, bro. It just be crazy because people be having crazy delusional takes. Akainu is more powerful than Greenbow. I mean, yeah, Akainu more powerful than Greenbow. He is. Facts. Akainu is a Shanks victim. Facts. Facts. Facts.
Perpetuate his dream through Garp, subsequently making Garp the hero of the Marines and demonizing Zebek as a monster. Furthermore, it appears the world government tricked Zebek into going to God Valley from two main bits of evidence. Firstly, Hiruluk was tricked to going to the top of the Rockies, and also because Garp explicitly said that it's obvious that Zebek would go after whoever stole the Pirate Crown Jewel. So to me, there's no doubt Zebek was not this all super evil monster the world government portrayed him as. There's currently some back and forth surrounding Zebek being a potential Joy Boy or Nika figure. There is certainly Joy Boy imagery surrounding Hiruluk, such as the sake he pours in his final moments, and the scene also evokes Nika when Hiruluk says, "Even if I'm gone, my dream will come true. The sick hearts of this country's citizens will also be saved." If Zebek does indeed have elements of Joy Boy and Nika, and was Garp's father figure or mentor, then it would mean that he has some pretty direct influence over Luffy, considering Garp was the one who trained Luffy. One more significance here is that one of the most important aspects of Joy Boy and Nika is they live on through memory, such as in stories and legends. Hiruluk's final words suggest he saw someone die, but that person lived on through someone's memory. Blackbeard's ship is called the Saber of Zebek, so Teach certainly reveres Zebek's memory. Big Mom has memories of Carmel's past, indicating Carmel can influence Big Mom in some way through memory. Does this mean that Zebek secretly lives on through Blackbeard's memory? Well, Blackbeard has Pudding. This means he can use her abilities to look into a currently captured Garp's memories and discover more about the truth surrounding Zebek. This might give Blackbeard the insight he needs to stop LARPing as Zebek and finally become Zebek's successor, like a dark version of Garp. This would play into what we currently see in Elbath, with nightmares and a dark version of Nika, highlighting how perception is important in One Piece. In the end, Chapter 1145 has just got me thinking about Oda's sort of questions surrounding what truly makes someone a monster, and more importantly, who gets to decide. Maybe Rox wasn't the villain history says he was. Maybe Garp didn't defeat an enemy but someone he cared about. And maybe Blackbeard, inheriting the legacy of Zebek, will be the one to uncover the truth and finally put an end to Zebek's cycle. Anywho, that's all for today. Make sure you're subbed, and if you made it this...
Nah, hey yo, lately too, it's crazy. Lately too, I've been seeing since Rock used a blade. I've been saying lately since Rock used a blade. I've seen that people say Mihawk will beat Rocks. Because Rocks used the blade, he's a swordsman. yo, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That logic of saying anybody with a blade or a sword is a Mihawk victim is so crazy. Mihawk is a man with the eye patch. Akainu beats Prime Garp. Now he doesn't. Kage Bushin no Jutsu. Nah, Prime Garp would beat a lot of characters today, bro. Like what? I'm not gonna lie, I have Prime Garp over Kaido. I'm not gonna lie, I have Prime Garp over Kaido. Prime Garp is over any Admiral and like any Yonko for real. I'm not gonna lie. I have Prime Garp over Shanks. Prime Garp over Blackbeard, Big Mom. Like Prime Garp was real relative to Prime Roger. And Prime Roger was equal. Prime Roger and Whitebeard was equal. And Prime Roger and Prime Garp almost killed each other many times. Shanks' brother Shamrock is stronger than Shanks and Mihawk because unlike Shanks, he has 2 arms. No, Shanks is still stronger than Mihawk and Shamrock. Shamrock needed to show some stuff too. He needed to show some power. Prime Guard is OP, he definitely stronger than the Yonkos today. You know what I'm saying? But like, and Prime Roger is over any Yonko and Admiral. And Garp in his prime almost killed him many times. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. That really wraps up the stream, man. Like, this is a good stream. Good stream, like a lot. Good stream. Good stream. And we could talk more in the comment section. But yeah, man, good stream, bro. Shout out to everybody who commented. Shout out to everybody who liked the video. Everybody who talking about One Piece. Shout out to everybody, man. I have to go. But shout out to everybody in the stream, man. Shout out to everybody. We got Justin L, Bliss, The Fool, Manny, David, Sleepy Bean. You know what I mean? Moni. Yeah, come on now. You got like all type of people coming out, comment. Shout out to everybody, man. Kyrax. Shout out to everybody, man.